Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is IER Info Entertainment Reviews. As of this moment, I should have updated you guys here on YouTube the very second that this had happened. I've been keeping an eye on this all day and was busy broadcasting throughout the rest of the day live. So that is why I did not bring you the current updates right away. I've been on this constantly up till now, this moment. Just now, a few minutes ago, 5.1 magnitude hits New Zealand again. It's non-stop. One thing people need to wake up and realize, folks, ladies and gentlemen, this is not to scare nobody. Mother's Earth's, meaning our whole planet, its tectonic plate system is highly unstable now just because of this. Now they put it as a 7.8, and as it was wrong, and as I was right, an 8.0 magnitude earthquake. Finally, later on through my live broadcast, it had come out that it was an official 8.0 magnitude earthquake. I kept telling people over and over this was not a 7.8. The devastation is unimaginable. Um, I wish I could bring you guys the footage. I will bring another update and I will be live broadcasting today again, staying up to date. It's not over. California has been getting lots of small earthquake swarms. Alaska earlier was under a tsunami alert after a 5.4 magnitude earthquake had struck that region and other areas along all through the tectonic plate system because of the after effects of this. Now, this moved over 5 plus feet, but nobody's saying exactly how many feet in depth it's moved down below. And also, nobody is coming out and saying the width. Yes, this separated over 5 feet, but how wide of this plate? Is it miles? Is it 2 miles? Is it a mile? How much of this tectonic plate moved? Again, it moved over 5 feet, but they're not saying the width, meaning the wideness, how far and how big of this plate moved. Gotta remember, there's multiple pieces of this tectonic plate system, ladies and gentlemen. And here showing in the green, again, look at this, you guys. This is not over. This is the worst earthquake to ever occur right now in our current era. I had so many people on my broadcast live that spent literally 8 to 10 hours with me through this whole broadcast system that I was broadcasting. We were constantly keeping updates minute after minute, second after second. And it's just continuous, you guys. It is not freaking over. I've mentioned this months back and I've been worried about this. And people, just some out there, decide not to pay attention. Now people are waking up, and I bet you're paying attention to it now. There were some lives lost out there in New Zealand. Those lives lost, I give my condolences and bless your people's hearts who have survived and what you are going through. I send my love to everybody out there now. Tonga Island, take a look here. This is all recent, 4.8 magnitude, following by another 4.8 and also a 4.7. Folks, please take my word for it. The tectonic plate system, which covers all of Mother Earth. If you don't wake up, then I don't know what's going to wake you up. All the purple lines that you see here is Mother Earth's ring of fire. Look at California, all along the plates. If nobody starts getting their butts ready now, you're going to be caught with your pants down with what's to come right around the corner. And I'm not saying this to scare nobody. I'm trying to get people to be aware with what is happening because this is not a joke, you guys. This is reality. It's not a movie. It seems like you're in a movie. I feel like I'm in a freaking movie. It is not. I've mentioned this over and over about this area. I've been so concerned. That Sense has brought topics up about this. I always talk about the tectonic plate system, all of Mother Earth's what they call Ring of Fire, which what you're looking at. Now, again, Papua New Guinea and throughout, including New Zealand, is ready to almost fall off this map. If things keep going the way they are, ladies and gentlemen, there won't be no New Zealand. And not just that, coming up over here, this is affecting the whole coastal land of California, you guys. Please understand what I'm talking about and please share and get the word out there. People really need to start freaking getting ready, you guys. What's happening in Papua New Guinea, this is the domino effect that has been caused throughout because all of the whole tectonic plate system is shifting. It is unstable. Very, very unstable, you guys. A lot of my fans who were on my live broadcast, there were some people who really freaked out about this, and I certainly understand. Some people actually left my broadcast because they got too scared of it. You guys really need to wake up and see reality. This is not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you guys every single time when I do an earthquake update, this is bound to happen. I tell you folks every single time. I mention this more than what Dutch Sense does. And Dutch Sense is one of the best earthquake updaters on YouTube. But I always mention the tectonic plate system of the possibilities. And I always mention this. I try to get the word out as much as possible. I let Dutch Sense know. I notified him during a live broadcast of his own, during my broadcast at the same time while I was broadcasting on You Now. Let him know how I've been keeping tabs on this. And till this moment, you guys, I have been up so late keeping an eye on what is going on. Second after second, again, minute after minute. And it's non-stop. It's not 40 earthquakes. There's been about 55 earthquakes and continuing in New Zealand. New Zealand is very unstable. They should seriously think and consider of evacuating New Zealand until things turn around. But I don't see it happening. Zooming on through, look at this, you guys. It is so devastating. And if you cannot see this fault system, I call it a fault, but they all work through together. It rips right through. Where do you think that this is happening? All right here, you guys. This is really getting out of hand. Here. Everywhere. Look at this. The tectonic plate system, the Ring of Fire, is unstable now. I knew this day would come. A lot of people listened to me, and I appreciate it. And there's a lot of you who didn't. And I hope that now that this has come out, that many are really waking up. People are too busy with protests and all this other BS. People better wake the F up. I've always told you about this whole area right here. All through here. It's like when you drop a plate on the ground and it breaks and you glue it back together. Nothing but broken pieces everywhere. Look at these areas. This is now becoming unstable. Everything works together, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this is working together. And if I cannot get the message out to anybody out there, then nobody else is going to wake you up. Greece, Italy, all through Kazakhstan, Afghanistan. Look at the fault system, you guys. The Philippines, Japan, everybody is at risk. Philippines got hit with a 4.7 magnitude earthquake. Papua New Guinea is sitting right in the heart. Australia is sitting right in the inside bowl. Australia is sitting in the bowl. I call it the bowl because it has a stable area of land. But the rest, from the west coast all the way on through, is at a massive risk. And the word needs to get out. New Zealand's not done, you guys. I'm going to let you know right now. New Zealand is expecting more earthquakes, and it wouldn't put it past me if they receive another 6.0 to another 7.0 magnitude. The plate has moved over 5+ feet. That's not saying how much of it. For example, from this little tip edge where they split apart, how far of the plate, how big of this plate moved 5 feet? How deep into the ground? There's pressure coming out from there like no other. And again, this is something that nobody has ever seen in our era, in our lifetime. This has never occurred. It's scaring people. People have woken up. And throughout my whole broadcast, you guys, this is totally unbelievable and it's devastating. And I send my hearts out to everybody out there in New Zealand. But staying in New Zealand is not going to save nobody. It's not over. And if people don't believe me now, then people probably will believe me when New Zealand doesn't appear on the map anymore. California, everybody in California, you better start getting prepared, please. I'm not kidding you guys. Look at the fault systems running through California. Take a look here. All of San Diego, all of Los Angeles, Long Beach, Tijuana, all the way on through, cutting through San Jose, San Francisco, and that is not it. It will eventually end up a whole mass of land coming apart. You got to remember this whole tectonic plate system is working together. We are in the process of literally aligning into a complete, perfect planetary alignment right now. Since this moon has gotten this close, New Zealand has been having these effects. People need to please pay attention to what is going on. This is nothing, no joke. So many of you are living along the west coast of California, and you people are living your lives like if this is nothing. It's gonna be something when you're praying for your life when that day comes. Do you want to be caught up when it happens? I don't think so. Nobody does. This is some serious stuff, you guys, and I'm trying to get the message out through you and hoping you spread the word to everybody else with what is going on because this is not a freaking joke. I am worried myself being a native of California. We now live next to California. We had moved out of California years back, but I remember the shakes. Now, I've always known something like this would happen. I've talked about it in all my previous past updates. And look what's happened, you guys. And this is not over. It is not over, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of New Zealand, where you see right here, from where this 5.2 magnitude is, cutting through Arthur's Pass all the way through Franz Glacier, Fox Glacier. It's going to continue to cut all the way across, and that rest of the land will split apart. If not, New Zealand will probably be underwater. I am very worried about New Zealand. I am very worried about Palmerston North, North Islands, pothole. It splits the land in half and is going to affect this area. And it's amazing they haven't gotten hit just yet. Just yet. Papua New Guinea struck with a 5.3 magnitude, following up in Philippines with the 4.7. Hawaii also getting hit with multiple earthquakes. Alaska 5.4 magnitude earthquake right on the tectonic plate system. And if this doesn't show you guys nothing, then nobody else is going to wake up. It's obvious, people. All this tectonic plate system, you guys, is working together. You got to remember that. This is all one tectonic plate. The, our continents are being held together like a gigantic magnet sticking on a piece of metal. Well, guess what? That magnet is starting to break in pieces and is getting very fragile and is starting to come apart. And after what happened in New Zealand, California, the whole West Coast is going to be affected, you guys. And do expect at least nearly to a 6.0 magnitude somewhere along within the West Coast. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be a predictionist. I'm not predicting nothing. I'm saying because every time something like this happens, I have always been right. And so has Dutch sense. Dutch sense predicted a 5.0. I'm saying a 6 magnitude minimum. It's getting bad, people, and it's going to affect the rest of the tectonic plates. I wanted to bring you this update, and it's been a very long day, you guys. Let me tell you. Uh, Amazing live broadcast. Lots of love to Brian. He lives near Puerto Rico. He doesn't live too far away from Puerto Rico, and he actually gets into the earthquake information. And thanks to him, he hung out with us for many hours live broadcasting, and just unbelievable. I have broadcasted for so many hours, you guys, staying on top of what is going on, monitoring through not just this, but other multiple sources. And even though this is giving me information, but it's not giving me all the information that the other sources was. But it is giving me enough information. It's so bad. I don't know how any other words to express and tell you folks how serious this really is. The weather here where I'm at has also been changing since all this has happened. It's gotten windy all over. It's ridiculous. Not with just the planetary lineup, which, quote, people thought a couple years back we were going to perfectly align with the planets. Wrong. It's happening now. We are almost in a perfect lineup. Later through the day, I'm going to update you guys. I might get a couple hours of sleep, but I'm going to continue to do and monitor what's going on with New Zealand's earthquake activity. Anybody out there in New Zealand, if you get this, please, if you guys could, I would evacuate New Zealand. As horrible as it sounds and crazy as it does, well, this right here, folks, what you're looking at is more crazier than trying to be safe, giving you the best advice, because a lot of lives can be lost. And if it wasn't for us, me, and many others, including Dutch Sense, informing you what's going on, people wouldn't know nothing. Not a dang thing. I had so many viewers come who fanned and subscribed to my live broadcast. They could not believe what they were seeing. They didn't even have a clue, because people are busy in their daily lives, and understandable, but they were shocked The words were spreading around like no other. Unbelievable. And is getting bad. This is a very unstable spot. And I've told you guys this before. I've said this before, ladies and gentlemen. And look what's happening right here. Bam. 4.8, 4.8, 4.7. They're bigger than what they're showing on the Richter scale. And it's going to continue to follow the pattern. And over here, there is so much pressure going on, and you got to think about the gases that are leaking out from deep in Earth's crusts. 5 feet, nearly 6 feet, is massive. There was homes that shifted over 15 feet in New Zealand. 15 feet. And to say that they're going to repair the roads and try to repair this, they're complete freaking idiots, because you cannot repair the damages done to New Zealand. And you certainly cannot repair or bring back a life. You guys, the clock is almost on 12. And when it stops ticking, everything's going to go haywire. Please, you guys, especially along the West Coast, people start getting ready, okay? I wouldn't be saying this, neither would anybody else. We don't BS, you guys, when it comes to bringing earthquake updates. We bring this to you to keep you informed. We do this so everybody knows what's going on around the world. This is devastating. And it's not over for New Zealand. And do expect somewhere within this West Coast range to receive a massive earthquake, you guys. I want to show you something real quick. This is running into the coast of California. All of this here is running into the coast. So you guys, you gotta please wake up and get ready. And also right here, this is a big problem. Look where it runs into. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Info Entertainment Reviews, your IER channel with your earthquake update. Get prepared and buckle up, because the next couple of days are going to be a rough, interesting ride. Send my hearts out to everybody. Lots of love, you guys. This is IER. I will update you on my live broadcast.